briefly in the live stream earlier on, but tonight's show was. Hello, someone coming in. Hello. Okay, I guess not. Tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw is dedicated to Jim, the Anvil Neidhart. As you guys don't know, earlier on in the day, he tragically passed away due to something related with his Alzheimer's. What had happened was apparently he went to go turn on the thermostat, and because of the Alzheimer's, kind of what his wife described it, I believe, or someone in his family described it, was he turned in a weird way like he was gonna dance, fell and hit his head, and that's what caused him to tragically pass away shortly after. So my heart's condolences go out to Natty and the entire Neidhart family. And another thing is that only one member of the Hart Foundation remains, and that's Bret the Hitman Hart. And it's really sad when you look at it that people that some grew up watching in the Attitude Era. It's just sad. And I wasn't too familiar. I'm not going to be on here and say that, oh, I was the biggest Neidhart fan. No, like, I knew of him, of course. I watched past episodes, and I've done my research on my own. So, of course, that I became familiar with him a little bit, at least a little bit. But no matter what the case may be, whether you knew the person or you didn't know the person, it's always sad when someone passes away. Period, at all, let alone in the wrestling business. In the wrestling business, someone passes away, it hits hard. It hits a little bit, at least, even if you don't know the person, but it does hit really hard when you at least know the person. And if it's one of your favorites, then oh my word, I can't describe it. But Jim the Anvil Neidhart, you will be missed. And real quick, I would take a slight moment of silence and respect for Jim the Anvil Neidhart. All right. Even with the deaths, the show must go on. That's what he would want. And there was actually one thing I believe that was scrapped in this Raw. It was going to be Natalya against Alexa Bliss, but due to obvious reasons, Natalya and the family mourning the death of Jim the Anvil Neidhart, Natalya was replaced by Ember Moon in this match, in the opening matchup against Alexa Bliss. Almost like Ronda Rousey. But we will get to that in a little bit. Real quick, I'm going to open up the chat. And by the way, if you're looking at the title and you're looking at the other part, that's not clickbait. We will talk about that in a little bit. But we open up the show with Ronda Rousey opening up. There was something nice for talking about the death of Jim Neidhart. And I have seen people talk about it and be like, are they really trying to yes, Ahmed, you're not dreaming. Ambrose indeed returned. But we will talk about that in a little bit. But Rousey talked about how, well, the first little bit, I'm not going to judge and say if it's good or bad or how it got. I'm not going to judge the first part of this promo, whether it was good or bad, because obviously it was mainly done as a tribute from Ronda Rousey to Jim the Anvil Neidhart. So whether it was good or bad is completely irrelevant. It was a nice thing to kind of open a brawl. And for those that wanted the 10-bell thing, it would be fair. But I think, to be honest with you, I shouldn't really say, but I shouldn't really say this because I'm not coming up with any excuses. But I think since it was on short notice that it happened so unexpectedly, that's why they didn't do the 10-bell salute. Because I think Jim the Anvil Neidhart would be worthy of a 10-bell salute. And really, anyone that made a big impact to the wrestling business is worthy of it. But you know what's gotta go and talk about that real quick. Overall, Renee Young did pretty good. I didn't really have any complaints. She made a couple small errors when mentioning things. Kind of got a couple of facts mixed up, but she was all right. She was perfectly fine in my view. Not the best, not the worst. We'll see what the future holds for her commentary down the road. But we get after the nice tribute from Ronda, the Jim the Anvil Neidhart, and I know people will judge it Where it's like, oh, they're trying to get her over. No, the thing is, Ronda and Natalya are actually close to real life. It's like Ronda said, one of the first people that welcomed her to WWE was Natalya, and they made a strong bond since then. And Natalya's kind of helped her fit the mold, so to speak, into a WWE superstar. So Natalya's helped her on her journey to becoming a WWE superstar. Hold on, let me try to pronounce that. I'm not gonna hide that. Why would I hide that? It's not that I'm gonna hide there. It's just a different language. I tried. But afterwards, we get Ronda Rousey talking about how this Sunday at SummerSlam she's going to win. She introduces Ember Moon, and then Alexa Bliss does really a promo, actually. Really nice one done. I could feel the passion in there, and she kept going with the wheels, and it just kind of felt like a nice one. Nice promo. But the face thing, maybe could do without the noise. Maybe. That's just a little nitpick, but other than that, it was well done. And Bliss is like, I've got security guards. They are highly trained. Ronda Rousey laughs at that and then beats up all the security guards except for one who runs away like a smart person would. We get to the match, Ember Moon and Alexa Bliss. Decent opening match for Raw. Ends into disqualification when Alicia Fox enters the ring and beats up, or not really beats up Ember Moon. Well, kind of does until Ronda Rousey comes and beats up Alicia Fox. Guess Alicia Fox is the replacement for Mickie James. Since Mickie James is injured, apparently. I've still not heard any confrontation on that. Kurt Angle gets mad at Corbin backstage that he went over my head and made these matches la 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 la. And we get to the many parts of Ziggler and McIntyre saying, "Hey, where's Seth at? I don't know where Seth's at. Where is he at? If you can't sign the contract, you won't be here." You see at least 2 or 3 of those throughout the night. Kind of the same for the most part. Then we get a match between Constable Corbin and Tyler Breeze. Basic squash match, and Corbin wins. Nothing really else to talk about when it comes to that. Afterwards, Corbin announces that Finn Balor will face Jinder Mahal. Well, since Balor is the extraordinary man who can do extraordinary things, he's going to face Kevin Owens too. A 2-on-1 handicap match. And then Angle comes out and is like, no, 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 no. He's going to have a partner. And his partner is a monster. Out comes Braun Strowman. And we get a tag team matchup with Braun Strowman and Finn Balor versus Jinder Mahal and Kevin Owens. Basic tag team matchup. Not really bad. Not really that good, per se. Braun got probably one of the biggest ovations that he's gotten since coming to WWE. Maybe. I don't know. But he did get a pretty good ovation, pretty good pop. And Balor and Strowman won with kind of like a weird looking power slam. We will get to the B team in a little bit. But after the match, Baron Corbin, as Braun chases Kevin Owens away from the arena, boom, and today's to Finn Balor. Because SummerSlam match, Corbin and Balor again. Kurt tries to call Seth, fails. Get to the deal. We get to Dolph and Ziggler and McIntyre. You know, where's Seth at? If Seth doesn't sign a contract, then the match at SummerSlam is not official. And Kurt's like, yeah, okay, we know that. Out, out, out. We then get to an Elias segment. Well, no, it actually started with Ricky Roberts. Who aspired to be Elias, or be like Elias anyway. And he says that one day he'll be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and impress Elias. And Elias is like, you know, if you want to impress me, I appreciate you're a fan, but, you know, you need to beat up Bobby Lashley. Elias talks about how he's got a concert coming up and that my life's been crazy and all that. Lashley comes down, interrupts, and then as he, you know, insulted Elias, goes to take off everything, his shirt, to ring the bell. Ricky Roberts, keep forgetting the guy's name, smashes Bobby Lashley with the guitar and gets planted with a spine buster. And that segment ends, and nothing was made official for SummerSlam. Yeah. So, what are you guys gonna do next? I don't know. We get to a backstage segment where Bo Dallas is writing something down, and Bo says, "Well, the odds of us winning are lower than normal." Now says that doesn't matter because, well, no matter win, lose, or draw, this has been the best win of our lives. So let's go out there and run for our lives, which made no sense at all. But then we get into the Triple Threat Raw Tag Team Championship matchup. Again, decent Raw Tag Team title matchup. It ends with the revival hit of the Shadow Machine on Bray Wyatt after Axel blind tags Scott Dawson. Axel throws Dawson out of the ring, gets the cover, and the B Team retain the Tag Team Championships. And they will now go on to SummerSlam to face the Revival, the team that they didn't pin at the SummerSlam kickoff show. Kind of knew they were going to do that, but it was still kind of silly. Why not do a triple threat tag team title matchup at SummerSlam for the Raw tag team titles? I think that would have been just fine, and they could have made it even better too. Let's see. Roman warming up backstage. Then we get to another thing. Ziggler confronts Kurt Angle about Seth having the right to have someone in his corner for SummerSlam. I think at that point, everyone was wondering either, who can that be? Or, for some people, getting all excited because they knew it was going to happen tonight. We get a Roman Reigns segment, you know, the usual. Well, I'm sick of Brock Lesnar. I hate Brock Lesnar. He could go shove his face up Dana White's ass. And then Paul Heyman comes out and tries to recruit Roman Reigns. And after a little bit of not working, pepper spray into the eyes by Paul Heyman, which was different for Paul Heyman. And I've got to admit, like, that was... It's always nice to see those that are so good at their craft learning new things. And I can honestly appreciate that. But then it's a trap. Brock Lesnar comes out. What? Brock Lesnar was not even announced for this show. And wait a minute, 2 times in less than a month. Gotta make it 3 to SummerSlam. That's a record, isn't it? Yep. Don't get used to it. So we get Brock Lesnar beating down Roman Reigns. And they've kind of... Someone mentioned on Twitter that they might be setting up a spot. And it could be a really good spot. Spear into the guillotine choke, because Brock Lesnar did the guillotine choke on Roman Reigns, which if that spot does happen, it would be pretty nice. A pretty nice spot, I will admit. Then Brock goes to leave, but no. Go back in the ring, F5 to Roman Reigns, and yeah, the segment ends right there. Segment wasn't that bad, you know, pretty good, honestly. Again, like I said, Heyman doing new stuff, rather than just being the advocate and talking great in promos. It's just refreshing to see. And then the 6-man tag match came out of nowhere, and no one cares, and Bobby Roode and Titus Worldwide won. Okay, moving on. We get a video tribute to Jim the Anvil Neidhart, a nice little package that they do for everyone. Being in the wrestling business, and I ends up passing away. Then we get Sasha Banks versus Ruby Riott. Again, match was not that bad either. There wasn't really a bad match except for the 6-man tag that no one cared about, and that Bobby Roode beat Mojo Rawley again, and I thought that they were going to push Mojo Rawley, but I guess not. But anyway, Ruby Riott beat Sasha Banks with distraction from the Riott Squad, and after Sasha Banks kind of did a suicide dive, did a suicide dive on Sarah Logan, and then Liv Morgan tries to attack, and then Bayley helps, and then Ruby Riott takes advantage and wins. So there's that. We get to a backstage segment before the contract signing is underway. Kurt's wondering where Seth's at. Corbin yells at him, and Angle's like, fuck you. Runs away to the ring. And before the contract signing happens, which is the closing moment of the show, we get into Kurt Angle talking about how I'm not suspending Brock. That's what he wants. So now he didn't have to defend the title at SummerSlam. Roman's still competing at SummerSlam. Thankfully, Doc excluded him. Beat Brock Lesnar's ass to take the title home to Raw. Please. That's what everyone's saying. Please do it. And I'm saying that for the lives of TVs and PlayStation 4s and computers all over the world, because I guarantee you there's going to be some people out there, not everyone, but there'll be some people out there who get mad very easily. If you know where I'm going with it. Dolph and Drew come out. They cut a decent promo, really good promo between the two, talking about how they respect Seth Rollins. And Seth made them both work harder to be better than him. And then right before it was going to be a Seth forfeit, and Ziggler went out to defend the belt of SummerSlam. Seth Rollins comes out and he says, "Yeah, I had travel problems. They just weren't my own." And the crowd, you could hear the crowd cheering because they're like, haha. It's like, well, you've got the Scottish psychopath in your corner. I figured, since I'm sick and tired of fighting you guys 2-on-1, I better have a lunatic in my corner. Out comes Dean Ambrose, and Ambrose, the lunatic, has reopened the asylum. They go to the ring and they beat up Dolph and Drew. Seth signs the contract. They do the Shield pose, and that is the end of Monday Night Raw, the final Raw before SummerSlam. And I've got to say, Raw, you did pretty decent this week. Better than the past few weeks. Good job. Good go-home show to SummerSlam. Not the best, but not the worst. More on the good side than the bad side. There wasn't really a bad match. Most of the matches were meh. Segments weren't bad either. It was an alright show. Alright show, and you know what? If I wanted to think of a Raw 2018 to look back on, maybe I would look back and give this one a watch. To be perfectly honest with you. But now we know that the Intercontinental Championship matchup, Dolph Ziggler will have Drew McIntyre in his corner, and Seth Rollins will have Dean Ambrose in his corner. And Ambrose looks like he's been in a gym. He's probably a little angry that he had to take time off, despite him never taking time off. That kind of slighted him, and he wanted to come back stronger than ever. Good attitude right there. But that is going to do it for Monday Night Raw. Rest in peace, Jim Neidhart. Welcome back, Dean Ambrose. But before we go, guys, of course, I have to ask you to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Did you like Monday Night Raw? Did you find it so-so? Did you not like it even though Ambrose came back? Let me know in the comments down below. All opinions are welcomed. And remember, guys, we are a group. Passionate wrestling fans who love the art of professional wrestling. WWE, TNA, Ring of Honor, New Japan, CMLL, Lucha Underground, Reckless Intent, PCW, even though that promotion doesn't really exist anymore. Whatever the show may be. We love the art of professional wrestling. But we're not here to feed you the nicey nice crap. No. We're not afraid to shoot straight from the hip. But for now, guys, as I believe my stuff could be freezing up, I do not know for sure, but I won't be able to end this until I get confirmation if my stuff is frozen or not. It doesn't look like it's frozen. So before, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for watching. But for now, I must bid you all adieu, and I'm not going to get interrupted this time by another comment, okay? Goodbye, mwah, and good night, bang!